So it's all new to you, really, apart from 2 songs so far. What's that other stuff? Is that George Michael covers? They're so good. In the northwest, right? It's all over. Shush. In the northwest, all over the UK, but predominantly up here, which is basically about 98 years ago today, 97, 98 years ago today, right? So to this kind of era. There was these things called PALS battalions put together because we were actually at war with the German Empire. The British Empire was at war with the German Empire and the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And lots of other empires all belonged to very, very rich people who decided that it was going to be a great idea to have a fucking big conflagration, and of course, needless to say, the boys and the men in the main were called upon to fight for king and country.
He knew what they were signing up for.
What happened back in 1915, especially when Kitchener drew up the PALS battalions, nobody had taken into account the fact that this was a different type of warfare. And a lot of the people, when you say they knew what they were signing up for, they didn't. They had no fucking idea. What actually happened was that most of the people that were signing up hadn't even been to Manchester, never mind London, never mind Flanders. Right? And when the call went up, and it was to fight the Hun and defend country and da-da-da, and all the stories, when they did sign up, they were encouraged to sign up with their friends. Right? So what actually happened was that you would have, for example, in Wallasey, or like the areas of Liverpool, you'd have a battalion which was roughly about 600, 650 men or so in those days, right? They would all sign up together because it was all your pals. And you were going to war with your pals, and people didn't really know what it was about. They didn't have an idea really what modern warfare was about. So in those battalions of pals, which were in effect communities, when they went across to Flanders, when they went across to France, when they were lying in the, when they stood in the trenches, and when they waited on that whistle to blow, and when they rose out of that trench and moved up a slope to defend German positions, and those machine guns started to rake them down, the 650 men that very quickly, like well, the percentage was down to 450 men wounded or killed. Those 450 men all came from a community, and everybody kind of forgot about that in the big thing, you know. They forgot that when they all signed up, it was all kind of but when they went down, there was whole places went down, whole areas. This next three songs, are the central 3 sections out of a suite that's on the new album. It's called the Highwood. It was inspired by a visit I made to the Somme battlefields in 2011. And this song, or these 3 songs, are giving absolute and total respect to all the grandfathers and great-grandfathers and that whole generation that signed up way back then. This is for the PALS battalion.
Speckled poppies glow in a twilight, moving shadows. From the Highwood the reaper walks, a harvest to be gathered. The skylarks swallow fateful cry, the hares alert now scatter. The pheasant raised by beating drums in a field prepared for battle. The orders raised the crack of dawn, the regiment made ready. Then stood the day beneath the sun, impatient for the calling. And now's the time, and now's the hour, and now's the chance for glory. The clarion call, the bugle send, the lancers to crucifix call. The melody of harnesses are jangling, and up the line the squadrons move, a dark parade assemble, light horse crossing heavy ground, trembling trepidation. The steaming flanks, the nervous hearts require no more motivation. They thread their way across valley floors, through the shell holes of the fallen, impinging threads, their sabers drawn, leading prayers by crucifix corner. Where spent men rise and the wounded cheer at the sight of their salvation. The hopes and prayers for the breakthrough promised. This conflict will soon be over. She's roasting broken pie through a maze of desperate twitchings. All around the world explodes as the marriage gains momentum. Shells dodge down the golden fields, fresh grace of fallen critters. The shrapnel's jagged deadly thorns set to rest on the tires. And through this wall of smoke and flame, this lethal iron curtain, to gain the slopes, the wounds beyond, and the hunting will be certain. I'll see you through these bloody days, I'll see you through another. I promise you we will meet again in the shade of crucifix corner. Standing tall, exposed now in the open, breathing on a tide of fear. I run, my legs are broken. Some are stuck with piece of glass, others slashed by saber. A primal fear engulfs this ancient terror to surrender. And now's the time, now's the hour, now's the chance for glory. We'll carry the field in the woods beyond and break these lines before us. We'll charge into the open ground till the night is dead beyond. But remember what we took the day when we passed by crucifix corner. Ripening corpses sweet in a sunrise, moving shadows from the Highwood. The reaper walks, a harvest duly gathered. The skylark's solo mournful cry above spirits torn and tattered. In a new dawn the whistle blows on a field prepared for battle. To war, to fight for the freedom of nationhood, to defend us from invading hordes. The general appointed with speedily deliver the rallying call. We sang of our lives with the stroke of the pen, joined our hands in the line. We took the king's shilling with pride. From the towns and the cities we came, from the fields and the countryside, the mines and the factories, volunteers on the square, labourers and unemployed, clerks and delivery boys, skirling pipes charged the air, raising the cheering crowd, casting out any doubts. Victory will soon be assured. We know God's on our side at the heart of the gathering. Farewell to our homes and our families. Farewell to the lives we once knew. Farewell to our youth and our innocence. We marched on with the band to the promise of a brave new world. To the children that I shall return, laden with medals and dripping with garlands, we'll sit by the banks of the Tyne, and I'll regale you with stories of honor and glory. We'll make up for all the lost time. Feed to the fiddles and weave the white willows, and they evening like friends will entwine. Our bodies surrender, we give to the gathering. I'm all for my home and my family. I belong to the life I once knew. I belong for my youth and my innocence. I belong for a brave new world. Out of training camps, from the railheads to trudge open roads, shouldered rifles on heavy souls, our fears will add to our load. Farewell to our homes and our families, farewell to the lives we once knew, farewell to our youth and our innocence. We must stop at the bands, pounds and battalions, to the promise of a brave new world. Join the gang.